This is a podcast about bleeding out your cock. That would be so metal.
You ever see that there video? It's just like the boy doing security, and he's like definitely not under like heavy metal, and it's like,
this is a song about bleeding out your cock. No, I've never seen that.
Have you never seen that video?
No, I have not.
And then the boy's like, what the fuck am I listening to?
Does he like scream it?
No, your man's screaming it like going,
this is a podcast about bleeding out your cock.
and then just the boy like, what the fuck
He's
is
like, oh
this?
my god. Have you ever...
That's it there.
So this is a guy at a concert. Security guard's reaction to...
See. We got audio for it.
Oh yeah, up at top our bar.
This is a fun little song about shooting blood from your
Lad, I love metal music.
Oh, so funny, lad.
Such a fun... Do you know what the funny thing is? They'll say that, and then you'll talk to like a heavy metal person outside the concert, and they're just like, "Hey, how's it going? That was so fun."
Hey, brother.
Yeah, they're like so happy, lad. They're such happy people.
Because they get all the rage out, lad.
That is maybe, yeah. They get all the rage out.
Rage on the stage.
They don't need to act like psychos because they look like psychos. It's almost like peacock, and so they can like peacocks just show their feathers and stuff.
Say when you're in Drummondtown and all the devil worshippers, everyone went out hunting, and they're actually just kind of sound guys.
Did you ever go to Drummondtown religious camp?
No, it doesn't.
Drummondtown religious camp.
It was actually
religion
conversion
summer
therapy.
camp.
Oh yeah.
It worked on me, but not you.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah. I was much too powerful for them. They're like, this demon is far too powerful
Get this.
for us
Get
to
this.
exercise. Get out of him, demon.
I am delivered.
This ball is filled with the semen demon.
I have been saved.
I
was-
ain't gay no more.
That was you at the end. I've been saved, mama. And my mom's like, where's James? And I'm like, I'm still here.
Hello, Mom.
She's like, oh, Lord in heaven, why'd you touch me every day with this demon child? Drummondtown,
I
I think.
actually really enjoyed it. Well, my second year I enjoyed more so than the first year.
I didn't like the second year was good fun, man. It was
Yeah.
just everything I hated. Like it was just sports nonstop all day, and then eating like biscuits and drinking tea.
I was always ready. See, the first night you landed, it was just like, well, in theory I should love it now, but it was just ham, slices of ham and lettuce.
Yeah, man, is you
And I
didn't
could
like-
never get bread.
Do you know what? I was too afraid. For some reason, they never like set out jugs of water on the table. Just give everyone tea. And at that age, I was too afraid about, yo, can I get a cup of water? So I just drank tea for like a week. I was so thirsty.
Yeah.
It's like, I need water. But I was just
Give me the water.
fucked up on tea. And then they thought there was all these rumors that there was devil worshippers wandering the forests.
It probably was to a degree, but they're just goth kids.
Yeah, well, there used to be rumors that there was devil worshippers walking the town, but it was just the kids into like fucking My Chemical Romance. And they were like, the devil worshippers are out tonight. Get them, boys, with a pitchfork.
I remember some boy.
They're just like, I'm just listening to you, mate. Sex.
I met some boy bragging about sleeping on the stairs, and I was like, that sounds so uncomfortable.
It was a badge of honor. Remember if you like snuck out of your room at night, and then the guys in charge of all his kids, who were kids themselves, but you thought at that age they were adults, but they were probably like 17 or 18.
No, I think there was managers, and then there were students, and the students
The
were like,
students were like,
they were like 22 or something.
oh really? Couldn't imagine anything worse.
Yeah, me neither,
But
lad.
I really thought I was a cool kid because I was caught out at night and they made me stand out in the dark in the garden and saying the Hail Mary.
I was a good boy.
I thought that was pretty cool. I was like,
Badass.
God, this is so badass.
Did
bro."
you even say it? No.
Of course I did. I was terrified. Of course I said it. But yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like Drummondtown. I feel like I was like, this place is a prison. But you know what I did like that I didn't think I would? Going to mass 3 times a day and singing, ain't no mountain high,
All that.
ain't no valley low.
It was actually a lot better than you think.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
That's got something I want to talk about.
What's that?
I started watching. Have you heard of that show called The Righteous Gemstones?
I do know it, yeah, with Danny McBride.
Like John Goodman and all. I started watching that there, lad. It's very good, and you know that 100% happens in those Texas mega churches.
Yeah, what is it? They're all just trying to scam each other for money and sleep with each other.
Well, they're scamming each other for money. But the first episode, I've only seen like 2 episodes of it. But the first episode is they're like baptizing all these people in China. It's like, we have saved 5,000 in the east. And that's when they come back. And then after that mass is over, Danny McBride gets sent this message being like, is this you? And he's at a church convention and it's just him with a pile of prostitutes doing cocaine.
Oh man, yeah.
But like, you know what's so funny? The thing I find hilarious about that whole thing is you definitely know that happens in those real
100%
mega churches.
like-
Have you ever seen videos of the real mega churches?
Oh, the mega churches, lad, when they're flying all over the stadium.
I literally seen them do a Greatest Showman thing.
Oh, like, you know it. Like, if you went there, like,
I
would
would go to my. I would go
you
to
would
church
be
7 days a week.
you'd be converted because like, damn, the showmanship is so good. I want to go back.
Yeah, it's actually fun.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, like there's so much. Like them priests are just like flying around in jets, and they're definitely doing coke. They're wearing sneakers that are like $300.
In that show, they have 3 private jets. One's called the Father, the next one's called the Son, and the last one's called the Holy Spirit.
Oh, that'd be sick! Flying on the Holy Spirit.
And they live in a compound. Like they all live in these mansions in this compound, and there's like a fucking theme park.
Oh man, no, but like, yeah, you condemn it, but you know, if you're a part of that world, you're like, God, this is awesome. You're like, all I gotta do is read a few quotes out of this Bible, and everyone just gives me all their money.
Yeah,
It's foolproof. But
it's actually a very good show.
no, I must check it out. Actually, Walter Goggins. Walter Goggins is the most interesting looking, like, hot guy that's out there now.
Who's
Like,
Walter Goggins?
you don't know
I
Walter?
was just about to say. I
Do you not
haven't
know
heard
Walter
this.
Goggins? Like, he looks like a Walter Goggins.
He's on the show, but
That's what I'm saying.
but I haven't met him yet.
That motherfucker is a Walter Goggins.
Yeah, he's on it.
Lad, he's making the receding hairline sexy, apparently.
Really?
Do you know what? Yeah, look at there's some Sons of Anarchy. He's actually a fantastic actor. He's very funny. And all these girls find him super attractive.
Why do you know the image of Nicolas Cage where they photoshopped his hair into like a bird nest?
Yeah,
That's exactly what I'm saying.
He is borderline like Cage-ovian.
I've only seen clips of him on that show, but he
No matter
hasn't
what,
been
he's-
introduced yet.
No matter what he's in, he's fantastic. Oh yeah, there's Nicolas Cage with the insane bird hair.
It's giving the same vibes. Like,
What right? So see Nicolas Cage, he had to be in loads of terrible movies because he had some kind of debt issue.
Oh, it's serious.
What was that? What is the story behind it?
We deep diving into Nick Cage.
We were doing a Nick Cage deep dive. Rage
Oh,
Cage.
so he made some bad investments in real estate.
Nicolas Cage incurred a debt of approximately $6 million following the 2008 financial crisis, primarily due to overinvesting in real estate. He had previously possessed a large fortune, estimated $150 million. The debt also included back tax owed to the IRS. Cage eventually paid off his debt. Do you know what? You got to give it to him though, because he
Ghost
just
Rider
went.
was fantastic.
No matter what script was fired in front of him, he was like, "I'm in, bitch. Let's do this."
He's guaranteed like fucking 10 mil.
To be fair though, man, some of the movies he done, like some of the lower budget ones and stuff, were fucking phenomenal.
Oh, lad, man, I just think Ghost Rider was.
No, I don't even like that. I mean, like, the more independent ones that he done, man. Like
really?
he done some really like fucking cool independent ones, but were just really weird and out there. Like,
Well, those National Treasure movies would have given
Lad,
that pretty good though.
I was talking about the National Treasure yesterday, and it's kind of like a shining diamond amidst the terrible movies he had to do. But it's interesting, man, because the internet shot over him as like this awful actor.
Yeah, look how many movies we've done.
yeah, where does it?
So
from
2008.
Yeah, so it was like from there, he done like a handful, and then it's just fucking.
He pumped in. He got into Kick Ass. He got Joe Rage, The Runner. Like a lot of these you not even know. Dog Eat Dog, Army of One, Vengeance, A Love Story. I've never heard any of these. Teen Titans, go to the movies. Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse. He was in that. He was
Voice roll.
he was Spider in the war. He's gonna be.
Kick-Ass.
He was the fucking big
Here.
daddy in Kick Ass.
But then there was also the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. That was a fucking great show.
That was a great movie.
Never seen it.
Lad,
You
it's-
didn't watch it? Oh,
so
lad.
it's like a real life. It's loosely based. Effectively, it's based on his life, and he's like this wash-up actor.
I might have watched it. Oh, the
Pedro Pascal
aye,
hires
aye.
him to come, and he keeps seeing visions of his old self, being like, "Yeah, you got this. You're the Cage."
Oh yeah, dude, I actually have seen that.
And he's just like, oh, his young, cooked up self.
I think this is one of the ones I watched. Was called Color Out of Space, and it was real fucking weird, man. Like,
Do you know what? What is this? Color of the Space Lovecraftian horror. Man, he seems to be good in the old horrors. Have you ever seen Mandy?
Yes. I did
Have you actually watched it?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks wacky as fuck.
There was a period of time where I went through like watching like all those kind of really weird like head fucky kind of films, man, that were like just weirdly shot too. But
Yeah,
like
it kind of make you feel uneasy by the end of it.
You come away and you're like, I don't know if I enjoyed that or not.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know what I've done to myself.
What, would you say Nick Cage was the Nickelback of the acting for a while?
That's a good way of putting it.
That's a
honestly.
good way of putting it. Like, because now
'cause-
Nickelback are back on top.
Yeah.
But
Were they ever off?
but it was,
They weren't, but the internet was.
yeah, it was cool to hate them for a while.
was
But like
cool.
everybody secretly was fucking like,
I will imagine Dragons replaced them, you see.
What?
Imagine Dragons
All right.
replaced them.
I think you were saying, like, imagine if dragons replaced
Well,
Nickelback. What are you talking about?
that would be totally gnarly. but,
That would be pretty sick.
but no, apparently Imagine Dragons went to be the most hated band of all time.
Yeah, but then girls started seeing what the lead singer of Imagine Dragons looked like. They were like, wait a minute, is this the fucker that sings in Imagine Dragons? He always sings with his shirt off. He's just jacked as
Oh, is
shit.
he jacked?
Oh, no, look at the lead singer of Imagine Dragons, shirtless. And this kind of turned a lot of opinions back around again. They were like, maybe I can imagine some of those dragons on my face.
Dean Reynolds. Oh,
Yeah, so the girls,
oh yeah,
that's like a magic. He magic made them.
yeah, like he Magic Mike.
them.
So they didn't like Imagine Dragons, and then he came out on stage one day and he's just fucking jacked to the hilltops. They're like, wait a minute. He's like literally greased up in that picture.
Ah, lad, he totally.
like his singing's pretty good actually.
He's the best singer I've ever seen.
Have you ever noticed that though? Like, have you ever found like an actor or an actress that you find is hot and it just makes things they're in good to you? Even if objectively it's not good.
Jessica Alba and the Love Guru.
There you go. You're like, I love this movie.
That's the best movie I've ever
This
seen.
movie's great, but it's just because you find them hot.
What was the zombie movie? One of the original ones that they done like a fucking million ones of. That they made the games out of Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. Oh
Man,
yeah,
that-
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, that series was fucking lethal.
Man, it's so good, but it's like, you know, these movies are awful.
Oh yeah,
You know, they're trash. They're not even following the games or nothing. But because she's so cool in it, you're like, yeah, this is sick.
to be fair, those movies kept on coming out and coming out and coming out.
Man, it's just fucking.
Just tied it up.
Oh, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I used to love them movies. Like, I would watch away at them knowing they're shit, but just absolutely love them.
Do you remember the scene where it was like the laser beams that cut fucking people into like squares?
Yeah.
Like I remember seeing that. Like, and my cousin had like torn his back now going a long way back, but he had like torn it, and I remember seeing like the clip of this and being like, "What the fuck is this?" Like,
Yeah.
it was cool.
I remember like the ad for the second one or Apocalypse or one of them coming out, and I was so excited as a kid. There was one of the zombies ran up across, and she just shot the two fucking cables holding the cross up, and it fell and squished it. I was just like, that was the coolest thing I've ever
Cool
seen in my
hell.
fucking life.
Yeah, you're big into Resident Evil games,
Love
anyway,
Resident
aren't
Evil,
you?
lad. But do you know what other movie? Do you remember Eight-Legged Freaks?
Yes.
Did you ever see that with the spiders, lad?
Yeah.
Was there not like a period of time where it was like the whole pile of spider movies?
Yeah, like spiders were the in creepy thing. They were all like fucking B grade or D grade shitty movies that were just amazing.
But the reason that they made all those movies is because they made a buttload of like video and DVD sales.
Yeah,
But
but
now
they,
that doesn't
they
happen.
can't make these. They can't make
Was-
these amazing movies anymore.
Was I right in saying this that there was a game off Eight-Legged Freaks?
Probably.
Like it was a really trashy game.
I imagine it'd be fun as hell. I've had it with these 8-legged freaks. I think that's where Samuel L. J. got.
I've had enough of these snakes.
Well, yeah, we got the inspiration with
Yeah.
Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah, this was the game here.
Oh man, that'd be a fantastic game.
Maybe would you kill that giant spider with a crossbow?
It's a nail gun. You idiot.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I remember playing this, man. I don't know where the fuck I played it at though, but weird.
I vaguely remember something like this for like the PlayStation or something. I think my brother had it.
Yep, yep. Do you remember?
What about your boy one on an Xbox on the stack?
Arm one on Xbox and the stacker. Do you know what? You've probably put enough money in the stack that you've actually just bought an Xbox and a
No,
Switch.
I think I've made my money now.
You've made your money back
I've
with
won it,
the
I've won
Xbox.
it twice.
And you want to Switch the first time?
Yeah,
Ah, that's outrageous.
I don't know.
They should give you a fucking photo beside that machine.
Oh no, well they haven't. They took one, but they never put it up.
They never put it up because they
Yeah.
don't want people
They
knowing.
put one up with the Switch, but I haven't seen it. I don't know. Check.
Yeah,
I'll check
they're
them and
just
see.
like, let's not show this guy.
This guy, yeah.
We're trying to promote this to kids.
Lad, you'll be like the guy, like that gets banned from Paddy Power. You'll get banned from the fucking Jet Center for winning the claw
so.
machine too many times.
Hope so, lad.
Such a badge of honor.
They never put the photo up, lad.
Those pieces of shit messes.
Unless they have it. I will.
Get that fucking photo
Get
up.
that
guys.
photo up now, you fucking cunts.
Fucking bastards. Oh, here, by the way, is it time for a little... Just while you're here with us, lads, why don't you check out Born Irish Whiskey? Go over for the beautiful Irish taste of Irish whiskey. Go on to bornirish.com and use code SHAFTED15 to get some delicious discounts and some delicious whiskey. Ooh. I don't know why it's spooky.
Yeah, I was going to say we're a wee bit preempted in the spookiness there, boys.
If you drink this, shit's going to get spooky.
Shit could get spooky. Spooky dookies. But yeah, so Julie asked, could she get the Sims on it?
Yeah, on the Switch.
Yeah, and I was like, I need to leave. Like, she was playing the Sims and doing the characters and all. I was like, nah, I need to go. And she's like, why? I was like, I absolutely despise the Sims.
Well, I don't understand. What do you mean? Where were you at that you had to leave?
We were in my house.
Today?
No, this was this was like 2 days after I won it.
You haven't been home since.
No, she said she was playing the Sims and I had to just left the room. I was like, I'm not watching.
You hate the Sims, lad?
Yeah.
I love the Sims.
I know you do.
Sims is fantastic.
And
We just play it all the
I
time.
hate the Sims
Why?
because of you.
Because you were never allowed to play because you sucked.
Yeah.
Probably.
You would literally would go round to your house to play.
Yeah.
And you would sit in your computer and I'd just be sitting there and you'd be doing the Sims and I'd be like,
Yeah.
could I have a go? You're like, no.
No, you're an idiot.
No, I'm putting these people in a room and removing the doors.
Yeah, I'm setting my family on fire, lad.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
You were drowning people.
I'm like 6-year-old. I'm busy, bro. I got business to do here. I'm drowning people in this fucking swimming pool.
And then I was just sat there beside you like, oh, this is so shit.
Yeah. If you're really enjoying listening to the Patreon, sign up to the podcast. Fuck! If you're really enjoying listening to the podcast, sign up to the Patreon.
Do you want me to take this one?
No, that was perfect.
So I absolutely
Just
despise the
ruins
Sims.
your memory of the Sims.
Despise it.
That was kind of like me and Jordan used to do that all the time with Time Splitters. Me and Jordan were sick at Time Splitters. I would never let you play.
No.
That's right, bro. We're trying to complete the game.
The worst part, was that not you? Well, it was his game, but I'm pretty sure it was like my PlayStation.
Probably, lad. But I had it too.
He just started playing it, and then I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It wasn't even as if it was that bad. I was pretty good when I was the monkey.
Yeah.
He was very quick.
But I would put it down. The Time Splitters 2 is one of the greatest games in all human generation.
It was pretty good.
It was well ahead of
When
its
I was
time.
allowed to play.
Yep. But unfortunately, you weren't. So you're like that kid that we gave a controller that wasn't connected to. There you go, Aaron. And you're like, they always like realize after like 10 minutes, like, what's happening?
10 minutes took me 3 days.
3 days. TV not even on, lad.
TV wasn't even going. You were in a different room.
But can we talk about Sinners?
Let's go.
I thought it was a good movie, but I think it's ridiculously overhyped. And I'm not even saying that because I've seen people say something similar. I genuinely left the cinema going, I was a wee bit bored. You're not.
Yeah.
Just admit you hit it, lad. Aaron's afraid they might have hit it because his girlfriend's going to be mad at him.
No, she's not be mad at me. I told her I liked it just because I said, we'll go see this because the last 3 movies you suggested have been shit.
Yeah.
She was looking to see some other movie called Drop.
I don't know
Then she was like, I was about bored. I was like, no, I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
And when she listens to this is whenever she'll find out that I was okay.
She's like, first The Sims, now this.
I like maybe the last 20 minutes of it.
Same, man. I'm in the exact same boat. The last 20 minutes pretty fucking bitching when they actually fight the vampires.
I did like all the music in it, though.
Music was fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's not a bad movie. I think it's just been majorly overhyped.
It's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And then your man singing Rocky Road to Dublin, why?
Lad, there's a lot of Irish tunes on it.
Yeah.
What about those three? The 3 vampires initially with Cook from Skins.
Yeah.
And they're just singing that creepy Irish tune. And it did make me think. I was like, oh, there's some Irish themes in this thing.
Oh, well, he's from Ireland. But lad, they're literally making...
Is he an Irish boy?
Yeah, they're literally making like 6 more Sinners movies. They're going to make one that shows Michael B. Jordan's pre-life and Cook's life.
But does Michael B. Jordan come into contact with vampires in the...
No, it's probably just going to show before all this what they did in Chicago.
Right, okay.
And then there's another one about.
I'd probably watch Cook because it's going to have vampires.
Yeah,
I just want the vampires.
This is going to be set in like rural Ireland and
That'll
stuff.
be fucking brilliant, man.
But it's not.
Did he have an Irish accent in that movie?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
But he did a good job on Rocky Road to Dublin.
Lad, them were Irish tunes. I was like, fuck, yeah, that's funny.
I've seen all these TikToks, all these African Americans. Are just been like, this fucking dead is on my playlist now.
Oh,
guys.
like the Rocky Road to Dublin?
Yeah, they fucking they are loving it. They're all dancing about. It's like me if I was on set, I'd go out and start dancing with the vampires.
No, lad, it was like the music was cool, and that there scene when he started singing. Do you know the wee boy with the guitar? The main character
singing in the car.
yeah. Singing all about it was deadly. Can we look up? So I thought the movie was going to be based on this like African American singer who apparently sold his soul to the devil.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think it's Lucy.
Sold his soul at the Crossroads.
Yeah, the Crossroads. I can't remember. He's like a blues singer.
Robert Johnson.
Robert Johnson, yeah, that's it.
Legend has it that Robert Johnson met the devil at a crossroads and gave him his soul in exchange for the mastery of his guitar. Steeped in mystery, killed mysteriously, his legacy eclipsed only by his skill, Robert Johnson may be the first ever rock star.
So I think there's only ever, if I'm right in saying this, there's only 1 or 2 photos of him as well.
Yeah.
So like, this is going back like...
Did he not like disappear?
Yeah, so I think loosely the story is he was a young lad and he played guitar and everyone was like, he's okay, he's fine. And then he disappeared for a period of time. And when he came back, he was just this guitar legend. And he was so good that people were like, this motherfucker must have sold the soul to the devil.
Not that he wanted to fucking practice.
No, he just wanted to practice, yeah.
Yeah.
He was just sitting at home playing one of that.
David Goggins did.
Yeah, like,
sold his soul to David Goggins.
Guitar hero the fuck out of it, lad. Sold his soul to David Goggins.
So apparently he died at the age of 27 too, so he was the original member of the 27.
27 Club. Can we pull up his, like, just a brief summation of his story? This is a fucking fantastic deal. Robert Johnson was a decent harmonica player, but a poor guitarist. He vanished from his local music scene for a while, often said to be around 1929 to 1931, so it was about 2 years. When he returned, his guitar playing had improved dramatically, so much so that people were shocked. Locals began whispering that he had gone to the crossroads at midnight, where he met a tall, dark figure, sometimes called the devil or a black man. Whoa. In oral transition.
Whoa.
What? Oh my God.
That's not politically correct there.
Fucking.
Yeah, so he handed his guitar over.
There we go.
Wow. Amazing sound effects, James.
It's so lit. I was about to come out at that exact moment. He handed his guitar over to the figure who tuned it and handed it back. In exchange, Johnson gave up his soul and became a master of the blues. Songs that feed the myth, the devil, me and the devil blues, hellhound on my trail, crossroad blues. Sorry, guys. Cultural context. The crossroads has spiritual significance in many cultures, especially African and African-American folklore and hoodoo traditions.
Let's find out what hoodoo traditions are.
Yeah. But this began the whole people selling their soul kind of to the music industry for epic tunage.
I mean, like the whole rock and roll metal and all that all came out of the blues. Like, do you know what I mean? That was the origin of all that kind of music. Like,
and it's all heavily. There's lots of ties in with Satan and
then the white man stole it.
Yeah, the white man stole
Elvis.
Yeah. Although, part of Elvis give credit.
No, so the way it actually worked, or one of the ways it worked was that a lot of the British musicians and stuff like that there were like completely mad about the blues, like as in like all the black music and stuff.
Aye.
So they started playing it, but everybody in the States was like, "Oh, that's fucking black music. We don't want to listen to it," kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then whenever the Americans heard the English singing it, like the white English white,
they were like,
"Oh, this is class."
That sounds pretty nifty, guys.
But that's fucking,
Yep.
Robert Johnson in the Road actually wrote that, like,
Yeah. So that's like You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog was written not by Elvis. It was a cover of a song by a black woman.
Oh, yeah, I seen that in the movie.
Yeah. But he apparently gave her credit and it blew up her career. So she was happy with that.
I just don't think he gave them money for it
Probably not.
from what he made. But I think they made a good bit of money.
Elvis is another singer who believed that his musical talent was like divinely inspired or was brought on by the devil as well. Because I read that recently. He thought he was put on earth.
Well, but then there's a lot of fucking there's what was the boxer one that I watched recently? I was talking about it, and like a lot of them feel like they're sent by God kind of do these things, or God's giving them
Their God's
stage.
coming through them or something.
Yeah.
Oh, you're thinking of that Key and Peele skit, lad.
No, there was an actual boxer. Like it was a recent one about what the fuck? It was only recently put on Netflix, but it was an older movie.
I'm not actually sure what it is. Elvis Presley, often called the king of rock and roll, had many sources of divine or spiritual inspiration, both personally and musically, while not associated with mysticism or any way. Robert Johnson or Bob Dylan sometimes are. Elvis had a deep connection to gospel music, religious experience that shaped his career. I read something that he fully believed that he was like on a mission sent from God or something. I know Bob Dylan. Everyone believes that he sold his soul to the devil. He's another one. Yeah. Because there was a famous interview with him, and when he was old, and the guy was like, "Why do you keep singing? Like, why do you keep doing this?" And he goes, "Oh, I have to keep up my end of the deal." And they're like, "Well, who?" And he's like, "Oh, the chief commander." And he's like, "Of this earth?" And he's like, "Of this earth and the earth we can't see." And he's like, "All right, okay." And I basically said that he just has to perform to keep up his end of the bargain.
Is Bob Dylan dead now?
Oh, lad, he's still, and he's about to drop another tour as well.
Is he?
Aye, lad, he keeps.
Oh wait, I was told that actually. I was actually told that, but he was originally a folk singer.
Yeah, he was originally a folk singer, broke into like rock, and then he's kind of got into like Christian stuff. He started doing like metal music or adding electric guitars or something, and everyone hated him for it.
Oh,
yeah, that was when he went full band away from the acoustic.
Yeah.
So people were just like, this is trash.
People hated that shit. But then did they not come to like it eventually?
Yeah, I think so. So that movie was called Big George Foreman.
Big George Foreman.
George Foreman.
Yeah, so he was like
he's a bad bastard, lad.
One
punch could have killed you.
Is that Muhammad Ali fought George Foreman?
Thriller in Manila, lad. You better believe it.
Yeah, he's like, I was sent from God to grill some burgers.
Or was it the Rumble in the Jungle?
George Foreman grill. This is George Foreman grill guy.
Yeah, the grill guy who was an exquisite boxer.
So George Foreman. I love that like he is literally just known for grills too, like more so than his boxing boxing career.
He made like 400 million off them grills.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so he was a born again Christian, but he was like, well, I don't know how much truth was in it, but it was for the movie. But they were like, he was like, God's given me this platform, and he came back at the age of like fucking 40 something.
Have you ever watched that fight though? That actually barely looks like he touched him, but I imagine if you got a punch from George Foreman, regardless of how soft it was probably.
Was this in his comeback fight?
Yeah, it was It was whenever he won the title at like 45 years.
So he came back 45, won the title.
Yeah,
so that's pretty fucking impressive.
Oh, but see, whenever he was like fighting around the time Muhammad Ali was about, it was fucking bad.
It's an absolute machine.
Absolutely murked, smoking Joe Frazier. So
I take it that was why it was such a big deal that Muhammad Ali beat him.
Well, George Foreman
shocked the world.
Yeah, they were like he could kill you. Like,
damn.
Second retirement. Yeah, cool.
That's the big three dead now.
Can we look up Bob Dylan selling his soul to the devil? Sold the soul to the devil, that boy did.
Sold my soul to the devil for a pack of stirring fresh bursts.
I was actually
and a race car bet.
And a race car bet. Julie's like, Jesus Christ,
could have had it all. I was like, we got a race car bet. This is Bugatti, bitch.
Yeah, it's a fucking Bugatti race car bet.
Right, let's see. Is it for real? The world is supernatural.
Bob Dylan's deal with the devil. Is it for real?
Do you ever watch Supernatural whenever they do the deals with the devil?
No.
Or they do the deals at the crossroads?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. You have to like get an offering and like bury it at the crossroads and then
some people
do
like
something.
Do something.
Do something.
Some people like, yeah, it's like a famous trope. Scroll down there.
It's like, I will offer you one soul for whatever.
Man, I just never believe. It just doesn't seem like it could be a good deal. Eternal damnation to be like to shred the guitar for like 30 years.
That sounds
Does
awesome.
sound like a good deal.
Remember the time I tracked my wee brother on the sign of me, his soul?
Did you actually do that?
Yeah.
I think I vaguely remember that.
Tracked him.
And do you still own it?
Nah, I think I got drunk or something and give it back to him.
Because see if someone said that to you, even though you didn't believe it, you'd be like, give it back to me right.
I had it for
Give it back to me right now, mate.
I think I had it for about 10 years.
Shit, lad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I drunkenly did that, I would be furious until you give it back.
Yeah.
Like I can't go on a life.
Give it back. Ewan's watched something and he was like, I need to get this back.
That's right. I would say, Jordan, I'm not fucking you here. I'm not fucking with you here. Like, but Arn owns your soul, lad. You need to get that back. Like, this is fucked up. Like, you're gonna go to hell.
I wonder.
Remember we kid?
I don't know what the clause of the contract was, but maybe.
What did he sell it to you for?
No, I tricked him. Got him to sign a piece of paper, covered the top.
Oh, be like, I own your soul.
You will transfer me your soul.
Oh,
And then
you
he signed it,
sneaky wee bitch. Lad.
snuck it in there. Good. So I might still technically own it.
You should go around collecting souls.
But Jordan, if you're listening, I release you.
Yeah, release you back into the fucking ether. You should go around collecting souls, lad. That should be the thing you do. Like, don't sign anything Arn gives you. He like, keeps trying to collect people's souls.
Why is he going door to door asking people for their souls?
Not just for the signature. Can I have your signature?
I'd be wild.
Just collecting signatures.
I'd be wild for to do that to a priest. Just walk up and be like, here, lad, go and
Spook him the fuck out.
Be like, own your soul, bitch.
But what happens if he knew you were gonna like? He like psychically knew before you got there. You'd be like, oh fuck.
Yeah, like, oh lad, he'd get God to smite you. Smite your tits
Well,
off.
he couldn't if he doesn't have a soul.
Smite me.
I love how we end up always talking about religion on this podcast.
Yeah, it always
It's
comes
just-
back to it. God damn it.
It's always
We
good
religious
theories.
boys.
But imagine you did that, they'd freak out. Like,
Probably wouldn't be happy about it now. They generally think you're possessed by the devil or something.
that'd be so funny.
Yeah. Do you know what I actually heard? Now, I can't mention any names or anything, but I heard there was some woman in the town who got one of the priests to give her an exorcism.
What?
Like recently.
What?
Which I thought was crazy because surely, do you not have to go to the Vatican to get like approval for that kind of stuff?
The boys in Maree can do exorcisms, you're telling me.
Yeah, apparently there was a cult in the town.
There's a cult in the town.
I think it's like just people on drugs saying they're in a cult.
Oh, deadly. You must tell me names after.
Yeah, well,
Are they young or like they old?
the people who are like, I think alcoholics and on in the drugs.
All right, fuck.
Vatican approval isn't directly required for all exorcisms.
A priest cannot perform a major exorcism without the express permission of the local bishop. So the bishop has to say it's chill. Yeah, it's chill. You can do it.
You can
Whatever.
do it.
Like, nah,
Pretty
bro.
chill.
Nah, bro, you gotta leave those demons alone.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with those.
The Vatican sets guidelines and oversees the training of exorcists, but the bishop's authorization is crucial for each specific case. Major exorcism. This is the type of exorcism which, performed by a priest, requires the explicit consent of your local bishop or a guy called an ordinary. I didn't realize there was minor exorcisms. This will be performed by a priest and often involves prayers during sacraments like baptism and Christian initiation of adults.
So, yeah.
Also,
So,
like a baptism is like an exorcism.
Is there a Charlie
Is it-
Manson in Maree?
hold on a wee second.
No,
yeah, so, yeah.
There's the Charlie's Chippy, though.
Yeah, there is John Shibby.
So,
now we're on to something. We cracked it.
I'm curious now.
What's this?
Yeah, if a baptism's is.
Is baptism?
Oh, we forgot a fart mic for me.
Oh, shit. Sorry, lad. Sorry.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think I'll throw up in the bottle. I'll need a book bucket.
While not exclusive in exorcism, it does include elements.
So spiritual liberation, and rejecting evil powers, which can be seen as a form of minor exorcism. So we've all had some form of. Were you baptized as well? Yeah, yeah, baptismal.
Yeah, it's like I don't know why they baptize babies though, because they're
To get the devil out of them.
to get rid of original sin, is it or something?
Yeah, OS lad.
The
The OG
sins of your mom and dad for bumping uglies.
It's like,
Pretty much.
you were made out of the goo.
Yeah.
Let's wash it off.
Right enough, it's like, are you like, what is it? What is the original sin of being? Is it just
I think
being?
it's just sex, is it not?
No way. So to have babies,
What about like stillborns?
though, you can get priests to say we prayer.
Oh, is that how you do it?
Original sin is the tendency to evil, supposedly innate in all human beings, held to be inherited from Adam in the consequences of the fall. The concept of original sin was established by the writings of St. Augustine. But so that's saying original sin is just humans' ability to be evil. But sure, everyone's still evil after they get baptized.
Aye, but in Christianity you can just ask for forgiveness.
It's chill, yeah.
And you're like, cool.
Yeah, they got the Christianity fucking subscription model.
But
so yeah, you can fuck up, but the bonus of this model is
you have to come here every Sunday.
You can come here every Sunday and get that wiped. You can start with a clean slate on the Monday.
You have to go to confessions. Do you think confessions is like in Scientology whenever they're holding the things? And
have you ever been to confession?
Yeah, I've been twice.
Yeah.
But like, do you know in Scientology, like they have to hold them like fucking metal sticks and basically tell you every dirty secret you've ever done.
It's effectively the same thing, but I think Scientology do it so they can record you saying nasty shit and use it as blackmail.
Well, here, I bet you there could be a wee. No, you can't see through that wee fucking screen light.
Yeah,
there could be a whole recording device there.
Yeah, fucking jacking his shit hard.
Yeah,
it's an email reading. Essentially, I think it actually just it's like a resistance test, which is like like a normal fucking.
It's got the wee.
Yeah, but whatever way they manipulate it.
Is it not like the things for like ghost hunting too that they have?
Yes, ghost hunting they use.
Usually stick.
They use two metal.
Yeah, it's called auditing. That's what they called it.
Auditing. Shit, we're all of them up with this shit today.
We're covering all religions.
E-meters are used by Scientology practitioners known as auditors. Scientology materials refer to the subject as the pre-clear. Auditor gives the pre-clear a series of commands and questions in which the pre-clear holds a pair of cylindrical electrodes.
Go on Google and see how many Scientologists are in Ireland.
I think
Northern Ireland.
There is a Scientology section of the.
But there used to be one. There used to be one in Belfast, down from the Europa Hotel. That street.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there one smack dab in the middle of the Holy Lands as well? There's a Church of Science or something in the middle of the Holy Lands. You ever see that?
Okay.
16 people.
16.
Northern Ireland statistics report 16 people identify as Scientologists.
Who are these 16 people?
You probably actually get their names.
Yes, so I think that's what I'm saying. So it was like a
Scientologists in Belfast. I was talking with a friend of mine who said they once met. They met where they work for privacy on. I said, I don't know there were any in Belfast anymore. I know they were around about 2013. Stopped me on my way to Queens. Nearly ran over a guy since he stepped out in front of my skateboard. But then that church, Victoria Street, closed and they all seemed to disappear. Yeah, I don't think people at Belfast would, like, they wouldn't buy into that shit. They'd have no time to talk to anybody.
Well, I always stop by the Jehovah's on Botanic. Like, for some reason, they make direct eye contact with me, and I give them a look like that and look away, and then they come walking over to me. Next thing I know, they circle around me, and they were asking me, they were like, well, what are you
I can totally picture that.
I was like hanging. I was completely hanging. I was like, I thought the boy knew me. I didn't actually clock on. I was like, all right, lad, because he came over and said, well, how are you? And I was like, was I talking to you? I was like, lad, was I talking to you last night or something? I was like, I can't mind you. He goes, no, I was like, no, just seeing how you are and how
we've got a mutual mate though, lad. God.
More or less. Then he's like, I'm just wondering if you would be willing to accept the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ on your. I was like, this makes a lot more sense. I genuinely thought this boy.
Did you say? I can imagine you sat and talked to them.
No, I stopped for like 10 minutes.
Oh my god,
that's nothing. I've done like 2 half-hour slots with him. Outside Julie's dad's house.
And you sitting probably chat to him.
I think I've talked about it in the podcast before, but they literally came to the door and Julie sent me for some reason to tell him to go away. And half an hour, first time, and then they came back to visit me. Then they came back another time and asked Kevin was iron on.
You seem really interested.
I don't know. I thought it was wild funny. I thought if I was pure mates with them, they'd come up here all the time just to prank Julie's dad.
And they haven't been back just the once.
They came back all together. I think they were there 3 times.
That's hilarious.
So funny. It was like 3 different people. Well, there was always one guy. Was always
they've got their eye on you, man. I think they're going to get you someday.
I hope so.
I don't think it will be that hard.
I hope. No.
But we meet up every fucking Sunday.
There's some sandwiches, lad. Some sandwiches on here. You got me.
Sandwiches? What are we talking about? Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Just do
got me. One last fucking heist.
Put your hand out like that. A wee bit further from the mic. Just go like that. And I'm like, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. I mean.
To be fair, I remember one of my mates like got asked, like, this is when we were like school kids and you used to hang out in Korean, and like one of the Christian types came up to him and was like, "Oh, where do you think you're going to be in 10,000 years from now?" And like my mate was skipping a beat, man. It was the funniest fucking thing. He was like, getting skull fucked by maggots.
Jesus Christ. There the guy's like,
He was probably like, "Whoa, we were too much."
Yeah.
I'm going to be Ed.
But yeah,
Pink Pony Club.
all I would need is just sandwiches
Yeah,
every day, all day. I'd be there all the time.
Yeah, you're like, they should just tell you it's a sandwich convention. Sandwich convention.
And on Sundays they do
in this town?
baguettes.
Really?
Yeah, on Sundays
Oh, I
they
thought
do
you were
baguettes. I'd be like, no way.
For like a split second, I bought into there. I was like, really?
So yeah,
Baguettes.
any cult leaders listening, you know?
Yeah, that's how you get us.
This little boy.
You would settle for baguettes, lad.
Yeah, I've got class. I want a cuisine de France baguettes.
Yeah.
With mayo, please.
Lad, they own Cuisine de France.
Probably do.
Lad, I swear to God, I probably would. I'd go for the sandwiches.
Yeah. Sandwiches, if...
I wouldn't go for any ordinary sandwiches.
okay.
It was just a basic. See, if they threw ham and cheese on me, I'd be like, get out of my face.
Anyone can do that.
Yeah.
Show me a bit of flair here.
I need a bit of razzmatazz, a bit of showmanship, like those Texas mega churches.
What's the sandwich that would make you...
Chicken goujons on a baguette, man. With some nice sweet barbecue
I need
sauce.
them to step up their game with a chicken goujon.
Iceland
That's
goujon.
it.
So, although this is what you do, get the baguette, butter and mayo, maybe a bit of lettuce, red onion, barbecue Iceland goujon, hot and spicy Iceland goujon, barbecue, hot and spicy.
You do the mix.
Yeah, you
Like
do it.
two different
mix that.
sandwiches in one.
Yeah.
I can imagine them being at the door and they'd be like, "Come on, join us," and you're like, "Oh, you boys are gonna have to put all the stops to get me to join you." They're like, "Oh, really? What do we need to do?" Chicken goujon sandwich, lad. Boom, I'm in.
But yeah, that's what you do. You mix it up so you're not eating the same thing all over again.
That's interesting. So in your sandwich, you're getting like you're on a flavor journey. As
Yeah.
And
you know what I'll do? I'll also have like 4 separate sauces
yep.
and I'll dip it. Or else just squirt it on
Go
that
for
wee
the dip.
bite.
Jesus. Yeah, lad.
I'm
To be
telling
fair,
you.
that sounds like a real treat of a situation.
It really is.
What kind of sauces you hitting up with these bitchums?
Nando's chili jam, Southwest sauce, sweet barbecue, sometimes sometimes sweet chili.
Guy knows where out a
This
sandwich.
very specific order is going to have you.
I'm off taco.
You're
Can't do
off the taco, eh?
But Eddie Rocket's Cajun sauce is fucking deadly too.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, taco, I don't know. They changed it. I don't know. They've changed something on it.
You sent there's a chemical change
But
in the sauce.
They've changed
boys, I
they've
can change
changed
that.
the recipe.
I could tell that.
And
Sniff it out like a shark
It
a mile
just
away.
doesn't taste the same. Although I wasn't overly fussed on taco sauce anyway.
Yeah, you were just eating it for the love of the game.
It was alright. Like,
Yeah.
if it was there, I would have took
Supporting the
it.
cause.
Yeah. I used to really love it, but then I sort of went off it. Once I discovered Southwest.
Southwest changed the game for you.
Yeah.
Changed the life.
Southwest was more flavorful. Taco sauce is just like, it's like a mild spicy mayo.
Yeah, no, I get that.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've talked about this and nobody else thought it was like revolutionary, but Frank's hot sauce on everything now.
That.
I put that in everything, lad.
You only discovered France.
I've only discovered Frank's hot sauce, lad. See eggs, Cajun powder on the eggs, load up Frank's hot sauce. Fucking such a nice
That's
combination.
soul food, lad.
That is food for the soul.
That's soul
I'll
food.
set you up for your day. Get like 4 slices of toast.
Fucking better believe it.
Get out of my ass.
But yeah,
Sitting.
is that how they get you? Just anything, just a big ball of Frank's hot sauce.
Perhaps, yeah, they just come to the house dressed in a bottle of Frank's hot sauce.
Oh my god, what?
Come with me, James. Your time has come. Like,
So funny.
finally.
So funny if they listened to
So
this and
sick.
they did it. Just came with those industrial sized jugs of
I
Frank's hot
think
sauce.
it would be a very funny thing to do to try and get really go in with an open mind and be like, I want to actually be inducted into this. See if you can get me.
That'd be
Be like, I'm going in here with an open mind, lads. Like, come on, put all the stops. Convince me of this.
wine and dime me, but
Wine and dine me. And then just like cock tease them the whole time.
But what happens if they were like, nah?
They're like, you want it too bad. You're desperate.
I'd probably beg them to take me there. I'd be like, what? Please, I want to join
Accept
that.
me. I need friends.
Just the good old reverse psychology there, boys. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if anybody's too, like, they want it too bad. They're like, I don't like you.
You're too desperate, lad.
But there's no thrill of the chase here.
Imagine that's what they get off on.
Yeah.
It's the chase.
They don't actually give a fuck.
They don't care if you stand up
They're
there
just
like, oh god.
Yeah, they were getting like, it's like Virgin Media. They're getting like bonuses for signing people up, and they're going back out and doing coke at the end of the
just
day.
going down the alley.
Look at all these idiots we just signed up.
Now get your tits out and let me sniff this cocaine.
Whoa.
So
All
what,
right.
what we're gonna deep dive on the podcast then, or in the
Yeah,
Patreon?
well, we did.
We did a pretty alright deep dive there.
We
Into what?
into like 30,000 things. See you later, lads. Goodbye.
Bye.